started at Coalescence, Singapore.
Alright, YouTube. This is the noob jumping into Nightmares. Beat the campaign, unlock Nightmares, so this is the first look at Nightmares.
We'd lost comms with John Taylor's squad, another undead extermination team. Dead killers, we were called. With our cybernetic augmentations, we were impossible to infect. We were trained to terminate the undead.
Basically, from what I can tell, this is just the regular campaign with a zombie theme.
Built to keep the virus and the infected behind their wall, away from the rest of us. The undead weren't our only concern. The 54 Immortals, a local combine who remained in the containment zone, were aware of Taylor's activity. This place was the epicenter of the epidemic. The 2060 Coalescence disaster created the cursed world we lived in today. Any activity at this site would set off alarm bells. Either way, our troubles were only just beginning. We should have known that the ASP wasn't there. If we were going to bring it down, we'd need to disable his shield and find a rocket launcher. Hendricks had a bad feeling about this. He wasn't the only one. I knew we shouldn't be there.
So I guess they could have added a little bit more to it. This is the mission from the campaign.
Coalescence. Enhance yourself for a better tomorrow.
Oh, it's kind of neat putting the zombies in.
Forefront of technology.
But
always wanting to improve the individual,
we'll see what happens.
the future of you.
What happened? What went wrong?
A coalescence disaster happened. Virus 6115 spread throughout Singapore and strains popped up all over the world. Governments built these quarantine zones to house the undead. A way for the populace to ignore what was happening. 10 years on, and it had worked. We put it out of mind. Ignorance was bliss.
What was so special about this operation?
It was supposed to be by the books. 5 years after our cybernetic augmentations, Hendricks and I were a well-oiled machine. Quarantine sweeps, recon...
From the campaign, I'm sure I gotta activate this. So we'll just wait here and see if that's what I gotta do.
Sent after one of our own before. John Taylor's systems had gone quiet. With our direct neural interface, we're hardwired into Winslow Accord servers. Observation knew if you were dead or alive. For Taylor to be neither, that was unusual.
See, if this was unlocked before the campaign, you wouldn't have known to find the data pad.
Detailing unusual activity coming from the server room at the lowest level of the building. It couldn't have been more than a week old. Probably why Taylor's team had been sent to investigate. Hendricks activated a recon drone to scan for life. We picked up a signal coming from far below. As we stood there in the atrium, I felt like Alice. And we were about to jump down the rabbit hole. Our drone picked up activity ahead. We should have known we weren't alone down here.
Well, that was close.
When man fled the virus, they left behind thousands of active robots. Machinery abandoned with one directive: kill the dead. Years later, they're still killing. But with decrepit programming, somehow humans had been added to their kill list, indistinguishable from our brainless counterparts. The strange behavior was observed in multiple quarantine zones. Another nuisance for us to deal with while on recon. We moved on. We reached the silo's floor, but the signal came from lower still. Below.
Yeah, I don't know. Not sure how much I'm liking this, but I don't know. We'll just get...
Did you have any inkling of what waited for you?
No. In hindsight, we should have put it together. But the fact of the matter, that day was supposed to be like any other.
What did you find below Coalescence?
A CIA black project. Project Corvus. Unknown to the world, and unknown to most people in the know. As off the record as it got. A redacted footnote in Langley's history book. Part of me wishes we just turned back.
Why?
It would have been easier. For me. For Hendrix. For the world.
Is it such a bad thing? To want to be blissfully ignorant in the face of daunting adversity?
We didn't have a choice.
Those who find fate thrust upon them rarely do.
Well, that was part 1 of Zombies. I'm going to go ahead and stop this here. That last death I just had was very unexpected. They just showed up right behind me. So, that was Nightmares. This is the Noob. Make sure you're hitting that like button. Leave some comments down below. I'm out. Alright, YouTube, this is part 2 to my Nightmares playthrough. So we know to be ready, look behind us, keep our head on a swivel, because they're going to be everywhere. Put my back to the wall, see if that'll help. Can I go up? Nope. What about going in here? Seems like a safe place. Oh! I thought this would be a safe place. Oh! No, no! Well, that is not the strategy that I want to be taking. So, let's just try it again. Let's put our back to the wall over here. That got a little bit hectic. I really don't want to open the door.
The human testing lab. What awaited you there?
We found the truth. The cause of the disaster.
You are certain of this?
We didn't have the full picture. Not yet. But this was the source. We knew coalescence was where the virus originated, but residue of 6115 in the air left no doubt. This was where it all began. When the disaster happened, hundreds of thousands died instantly. And they were the lucky ones. Because when the rest of Singapore inhaled 6115, they changed. From the living into the living dead. These test subjects, they were linked together, connected with a direct neural interface. Their minds hardwired into the central server. Hendricks didn't like what he saw. You knew something was wrong. The same tech in our own heads made us what we were. It was down here in this room.
They could have at least cut these scenes out when he's talking, when he's not talking while we're doing this.
We, the CIA, man, we created these things. We changed the world.
How do you mean, change the world?
The Winslow Accord and the Common Defense.
This is going to, spoiler alert, if you haven't played the campaign, it's going to lead to a large server room with a lot of robot fighting, so it's going to be a shit ton of zombies, I would think.
You and your enemy had two things in common. You're both human, and you both want to stay that way.
Was this the source of the signal?
No, but it looked like Taylor had come through. Our answers were still further down.
Much better. I didn't like whatever that shotgun was. Didn't work real well for me. If I would have taken my time, it might have been a little bit easier.
What we found Sebastian Diaz, one of Taylor's, another dead killer.
And that looks like a nice, scary, dangerous room to be going into, which would be the gigantic server room.
Directly with the Winslow Accord systems. He was deactivating defenses for the undead quarantine zones all over the world. The massive walls containing the spread, keeping us from the undead. Deactivating the defenses would let the flesh-eating hordes loose upon the living. It would end humanity. We had to stop him. The only way to stop him now was by destroying the server.
Well, they're not telling you what to do, which would be kind of confusing, but I guess not, because this is what unlocks after you beat the campaign, so you've already done this. So, I don't know. It's alright. I don't know, I'll try to beat this, and not sure if I'll keep playing Nightmares or not. But I'm just going to leave it here. If you guys enjoy Nightmares, leave some comments down below. Let me know if you beat the campaign, what you think about the campaign. Do you like this mode? Have you played regular zombies? I don't know. Give me the comments. Hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe. This is the Noob. I'm out.